Even though the masses have declared the PS Vita to be a dead console, there are still companies out there dedicated to bringing out games for it on a regular basis. East Asia Soft are working hard to release a flurry of new games in both digital and physical form, and smaller developers are still loyal to the console, showing that even 7 years after its release, there's still life left in the machine. Ratalaika are one such publisher, and have been actively working with indie PC developers for some time to bring their games to console platforms, and the Vita has been one of the main beneficiaries of this. For some time we've seen a new Vita title every 1 to 2 weeks from them, and as they have worked with such a wide range of original developers, the diversity of the games released has been incredible. This game is no exception as I look at the platform puzzle game Hoggy 2. Our rotund hero, Hoggy, who resembles a pink marshmallow with eyeballs, is out enjoying a day out with his wife and children, when suddenly they are attacked. His children are kidnapped by the evil Moon Men, and a bomb explodes, trapping Hoggy and his wife deep underground. Stuck in a subterranean labyrinth, the hapless parents have to find a way out, gathering keys to unlock all the doors blocking the path ahead so they can once again be reunited with their children. What ensues is basically an excuse for a good old-fashioned platform puzzle game. Right at the start, you can choose to control Hoggy or his wife Hogatha. Both play and control exactly the same and don't affect the gameplay in any way, but it's always a nice touch when games offer a choice for the main protagonist, even more so when the story itself involves both parents. Anyway, onto the game, and you have to take your chosen hero through the underground environment, exploring a series of rooms to find all the keys you need to escape. These are found in jars scattered around the underground passageways. Entering each of the jars will take you to a mysterious room populated with creatures, fruit and all manner of obstacles and puzzles to overcome. Simply collect all of the fruit in each room, collect the key, and you've returned to the game environment to continue your quest. It's not that easy though. Your movement is limited to just walking left and right. Pressing fire flips gravity for your character, and you swap from ground to ceiling and vice versa. Collecting different objects in some of the levels will temporarily transform our globular hero, giving him or her different abilities, essential to get to areas blocked off by walls, hazards or with creatures blocking your path. As well as the fruit you can see, many pieces are hidden inside bricks that can be destroyed by colliding with them, in a similar fashion to the Super Mario Bros. Series. The rest? That's for you to discover. Run into any of the hazards or creatures on any of the game's 200 plus levels, and instead of being game over or losing one of a fixed number of lives, you simply get the chance to try again. And in true Ratalaika fashion, you can retry as many times as you need to until you complete the level, and in fact the game, which auto-saves your progress as you go along. While there are some who may object to this approach and may feel that it makes the game too easy, I disagree and say that if anything it's the opposite and makes it more accessible. When it comes to the bosses that you encounter throughout the game, it certainly helps having the unlimited retries, as there's no warning about these until you discover them in the room itself. As you can see, the game looks superb. It's adopted cartoon-like visuals throughout, and the cutesy look fits the game perfectly. The game is incredibly well animated and is full of character and charm, with colourful and bold backgrounds, superbly detailed facial expressions on the main characters, and some silky smooth parallax scrolling to add to that extra touch to what is already a treat to the eyes. Sound follows suit, and features effects and music reminiscent of classic console platformers. Even though most of the levels need perseverance and could leave you tearing your hair out, the sound and music help create an almost soothing and relaxed atmosphere, so what could be a game that would be left by the wayside not long after you pick it up, quickly becomes a fun gaming experience and hard to put down, in no part because of the ambience created by the graphics and sound. So that brings me on to the gameplay. Despite being what would be considered a budget game, Hoggy 2 offers an incredible amount for gamers to sink their teeth into. The puzzles vary in difficulty, but there's a gentle learning curve that eases you in at a pace that's comfortable enough to make the early levels quick to grasp the basics without proving frustrating. You'll quickly find that after completing your first few levels that you'll be hooked and find it almost impossible to put down. Hoggy 2 is a deceptively simple game but fiendishly addictive. The autosave function makes it an ideal game for longer sessions, just as much as it does for quick pick-up and play games when you've only got a few minutes spare, making it an ideal title for all gamers, no matter how you use your Vita, at home or on the move. I can't recommend Hoggy 2 enough, especially at the $3.99 price point. As with all of Ratalaika's other Vita titles, it's cross-buy with the PS4, offering even greater value for money for gamers if you've got both consoles, so there's no excuse for not buying a game that will keep you enthralled for hours on end. Thanks once again to Ratalaika for providing the copy of this game for this review. If you want to know the score for Hoggy 2, then don't go away and all will be revealed in a moment.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on the like button and leave us a comment below. Also, spare a moment to share this video on Twitter, Facebook and all your social media pages. To get updates on all of our latest videos delivered straight to your inbox, subscribe now using the link on the screen.